It is Sunday, March 25th, 2018, and I do believe it's Palm Sunday today in the Christian tradition. I'm not sure if Montreal Unitarians will be observing Palm Sunday in any way. You can be sure that if they did, it would be a non-traditional way, because most modern 21st century Unitarians are no longer Unitarian Christians. They're not Christians who deny the Trinity. They're a mixed bag of all kinds of different beliefs, including some very strong atheist beliefs. Even some Montreal Unitarians and other Unitarian Universalists in the larger Unitarian Universalist religious community are actually quite intolerant and bigoted, anti-religious atheists. I've certainly experienced atheist, anti-religious intolerance and bigotry here at the Unitarian Church in Montreal. I've seen plenty of evidence in the rest of the UU world, as they call it, the basically Unitarian Universalism throughout North America. I've also seen some pretty interesting stuff said by certain British Unitarians and other European Unitarians, but they're not really included under the umbrella of the Unitarian Universalist Association, whereas Canadian Unitarians, although they officially separated or distanced themselves from the UUA, or more likely the UUA just kicked them out because they didn't need them for money laundering purposes anymore. Even though there's this official, separation, independence between the Canadian Unitarian Council and the Unitarian Universalist Association, they're still very closely related, and most Canadian Unitarian churches are actually ministered to by ministers who are members of the Unitarian Universalist Association and the Unitarian Universalist Ministers Association. So there's very, very close ties between Canadian Unitarians and the North American, United States Americans headquartered in Boston. Anyway, getting back to Palm Sunday, as I said, Unitarian Universalists, if they do observe Palm Sunday, they'll do it in some sort of how can I put it, modified way that's different than traditional Christian observance of Palm Sunday. They'll come up with a different slant on it. So I came up with a different slant on Palm Sunday myself, thinking in terms of Unitarian Universalist hypocrisy, especially two-faced hypocrisy, especially hypocrisy where Unitarian Universalists say one thing and then do the exact opposite. So I'm reimagining Palm Sunday for Unitarian Universalists as Face Palm Sunday. And this will become an annual tradition. I'm also planning to reimagine April Fool's Day as Big Fat U *U Fool's Day next Sunday. But this Sunday we're celebrating Face Palm Sunday, and we will be dealing with two-faced hypocrisy on the part of Unitarian Universalists. And one of the biggest, most outrageous examples of two-faced hypocrisy on the part of Unitarian Universalists is the following. Unitarians oppose blasphemy laws. Indeed, Unitarians and Universalists have been opposing blasphemy laws for centuries, and the Unitarian Universalist Association, as recently as I believe 2010, signed on to an amicus brief in which said that all blasphemy laws are unconstitutional. Now, this was referring specifically to the United States Constitution, but nonetheless, you would think that if the Unitarian Universalist Association signs on to an amicus brief, which is essentially a petition to the court system, which clearly says that all blasphemy laws are unconstitutional, and which is clearly opposing blasphemy laws in the United States as being unconstitutional, you would think that they would not then accuse me or anyone else of violating a blasphemy law, in this case Canada's blasphemy law, which prohibits blasphemous libel, that's the term used, for blogging and tweeting and so on, and in particular about child sex abuse committed by Unitarian Universalist ministers, Unitarian Universalist Sunday school teachers, and Unitarian Universalist lay leaders such as Richard Buell of First Parish, Norwell. Yes, in 2012, June 1st of 2012, I received in my email inbox an email from the Unitarian Universalist Association's Canadian attorney, Stikeman Elliott Barristers and Solicitors litigation lawyer and indeed defamation lawyer, Maître Marc-André Coulombe. And this very terse email said, please refer to the attached documents, or something like that. That's all it said. The email just said, please refer to the attached document. And there was, in fact, an attached PDF file. So I opened up the PDF file, and what it was a electronic version of a 2-page cease and desist demand letter, which amongst other things said the following words: your unfounded and vicious allegations to the effect that ministers of the association engage in such despicable crimes as pedophilia and rape are defamatory. And then it went on to say that these allegedly unfounded and vicious allegations were so defamatory that they constitute the criminal act of blasphemous libel against the Unitarian Universalist religious community. So yeah, here's a Unitarian observing the law. FLN 9970, in case the police want to ticket someone for driving their car in the bike lane. She could have just gone around the corner and let the guy off just around the corner, but no. Why not block the bike lane? I guess that's what you call Unitarian privilege. In any case, getting back to things, so, and here we are talking about Unitarian privilege, and we have an example of it. Because believe me, it's Unitarian Universalist privilege that allows Unitarian Universalists to actually hire a top-level corporate lawyer to falsely accuse me of violating Canada's blasphemy law in immoral and unethical, borderline criminal, and if you don't mind my saying so, BatShitCrazy legal bullying, which clearly sought to intimidate me into removing, i.e. memory holding, blog posts that told the readily verifiable truth about such despicable crimes as pedophilia and rape committed by Reverend Mac Wallace Mitchell and Richard Buell of First Parish, Norwell, and also which essentially tried to intimidate me into not putting up any new blog posts that might have spoken about other pedophiles and rapists. So, that's what a cease and desist demand letter is. It's not just saying, take down whatever you've already said, get rid of whatever you've already said. It's also saying, don't say it again. Don't say anything more about this. Shut the fuck up is what it's saying. Well, I didn't shut the fuck up. In fact, I had quite a little bit of fun responding to Maître Marc-André Coulombe's arrogant and aggressive legal bullying. And we YouTube est en train ici, okay? See, so anyway, getting back to things, just outrageous hypocrisy from the highest levels of the Unitarian Universalist Association. An association of Unitarian Universalist congregations that in 2010 signed on to a amicus brief clearly stating that it believed that all blasphemy laws were unconstitutional, and then 2 years later, or even less than 2 years later, might have been more like a year and a half, all things considered, then falsely accusing me of violating Canada's blasphemy law and clergy sex abuse, cover-up and denial legal bullying, which sought to conceal what the Unitarian Universalist Association's Canadian attorney described as such despicable crimes as pedophilia and rape. So, anyhow, Face Palm Sunday it is. Hello. Can we get a...
Ça va bien?
Très bien, très bien.
Oui, c'est beau, hein?
Je réimagine Palm Sunday comme Face Palm Sunday aujourd'hui.
Ah, c'est Palm Sunday aujourd'hui?
Oui, c'est Palm Sunday. Maintenant, c'est Face Palm Sunday pour les Unitarian Universalistes.
Palm Sunday, I like that one.
Oui, oui.
It's very important.
Oui, oui.
Catholic too.
Oui, oui. Mais c'est Face Palm Sunday ici.
Here's your friend.
Une de mes amies, oui, entre autres. Alors, ça, c'est les pancartes que sous Montgomery jetées dans la rue.
No, I know.
Oui, vous devez regarder l'autre côté. L'autre côté, c'est quelque chose que j'ai mis devant le palais de justice il y a quelques années. C'est très applicable ici.
Absolument.
J'ai enlevé le plastique pour il y a moins de répliques. Quoi? Oui, oui, je pense que ce serait une bonne idée. OK, le ruban, c'est pas comme il faut. Voilà. Oh, je vais juste mettre le plastique dans la sac. J'ai mis le plastique parce que j'ai pensé que s'ils tombent dans ça, ils vont être un peu sales. Plus sales que déjà. Alors, aïe, aïe, attendez. Je veux pas que la...
That one. Take that one.
Quoi?
That one too. That one, can you hold that one too?
Hold?
Yeah, yeah. It's very important.
Bon, ce que je vais faire, je vais mettre ça. Et ça. C'est bon? Tu peux peut-être prendre une photo pour moi avec mon caméra? Je vais fermer la vidéo.